you're talking about younger
I-
guys having a different perspective on things because they're young.
I think you asked me a specific question, and I spun off a yarn about it. It's easy to generalize about generations and all this stuff, but when you're dealing with an individual, I don't know exactly where the stream cut off, but a guy from a different generation, a guy from a different state, or even a different region of that state, is going to have a different experience, right? Not just, did he grow up on a farm or in a city, but, how big was his school? What was that like? What's his religious upbringing? And ideally, our chapters could be somewhere where all of these different men can come together on equal terms and get something real done. I'm very proud to say the New Ivy League has been like drama-free, aligned. We really moved as one unit going forward here. Not to say we don't have the real diversity is on the right. Like, not to say we haven't had a plurality of different opinions and perspectives, but I'm very proud of my guys to say that we've been, united.
Yeah, drama-free since 2023. That's a good
there you go.
So,
Haster, you don't know I've been plotting my coup for the last year.
As long as it's like resolved with physical combat, I would accept the results.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, I was kind of disappointed this year at the event. I remember last year, and I'm sure many of the viewers have heard this story before, but at the last year's national event, my wife came over to me. She said, "Oh, come look, there are like some kids wrestling on the lawn." I'm like, "Oh, that's cute." So I walk out to the little balcony, and I look down, and I'm like, "Those are our guys."
I know those guys.
It was it was two new Ivy League members who were doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in the grass.
And I have to tell you, I brought my stuff to roll. I was ready to go, and then there was a meeting, and we were in that meeting for quite a while. And by the time we got out, there was not going to be time for me to go back to where I was staying, change, come back, go back and clean up, and then get back to the event.
We had so much time this year. So many golden opportunities.
You really need to expand the wardrobe to allow for gis.
Absolutely.
At these events.
Yeah, club gis actually would be pretty cool.
No. I could do that. I could make that happen.
Listen, man, you're already styling on all the other chapters. At some point, they're going to start putting hits out on you.
No, I will say quite a lot of my guys are actually, it's a pretty universal, I think, at Old Glory Club, that a good portion of chapter members are either into jiu-jitsu or wrestled, or I think just everyone knows that to be a man these days, you need to have a physical endeavor, like a physical hobby. So I think when I'm looking at someone who's a prospect who wants to come up, I look, looking at his personal life, right? Does he have a social hobby? Does he have a physical hobby? Does he have a spiritual interest? At least, he doesn't have to have all the questions answered, but he needs to be asking them, right? I think, and if he doesn't have one of those things, is he looking for, is he just out of high school? He's not going to be settled in his career. That's okay, right?
And I think that's one of the underrated aspects of mentorship, is not only meeting guys where they are as a mentor but then having the humility as a mentee to be like, okay, these guys do have something to teach me, while also just there existing a mutual level of respect.
Very much so.
Yeah, and ideally that's what a fraternity provides. And I know that like post-collegiate fraternities are something that have turned into just boomer drinking clubs. But here we are at the dawn of the rebirth of the fraternity. But I mean, you brought up some really good points about how different ages of men approach this sort of thing. And I wonder, because the younger men tend to have more time because they don't have families. Has it been difficult to get things done, as you say, with nothing but men with families, or men who are older and already have quite a few responsibilities outside of just, say, maybe school or work?
No, I don't think so. Really, I think there's a parallel here between the guy whose time is precious and there's many demands on it, with the red state blue state thing, right? When you're in a red state, there's not as much pressure to solidify these bonds, to form chapters and all this stuff. Not to say that there hasn't been great success in our red states, but in a blue state, in an environment where you feel that pressure, you make the most of it. And I think that when your time is in high demand, you make the most of every minute you have, right? So when you do attend a business meeting, I'm thinking of one of my guys in particular who will walk into the room, clap, like say, "Okay, guys, let's go." Like, what are we doing? And really be high energy in that moment, and really get a lot done. So, no, I think everybody is really bringing everything he has to bear, whatever state in life he's in. Hudson, I think we have a group that meets every other week in person, right? And most of those guys are family guys.
Yes, it's true. And I don't get out as often as I'd like, but I try and make it monthly. And then the weeks that we don't meet in person, we also try to do online calls. And whether it's doing skill builders or laying out the foundation for standards in terms of physical fitness, or
book
club, making sure that guys are hooked up in a church, if that's the path that they're on. If let's say they're in a well, I won't get into it here, but just trying to meet everybody where they're at and get them a little bit higher up, to meet the goals that they want to achieve. It's and a lot of the guys are prospects. It's only recently, I think, that some of the members were able to, or are full members like myself. Yeah, it's really inspiring, because we have a lot of go-getters out there that just are putting so much into the club, and it inspires me. It makes me feel like I need to be doing more, and as soon as I'm able to, I plan to. But yeah, really great bones that we got here, Hester.
I'm glad you agree. One of the things that recently came up that you made me think of was, we had a lot of new guys come in, and I realized we'd spent so much of our time on our prospects. I have a kind of a one-page a little handout that says, who are we? We're the new Ivy League. Here's what we believe. Here's what you can expect from us, and here's what we expect from you. And I think setting those expectations early is very important. But I realized we didn't have anything like that for our new members. So we had a meeting the other night, specifically around our event coming up. And quite a bit of that meeting was, hey, how do we make decisions around here? Who's in charge of this? Right? What's the actual structure of the organization? And I realized, oh, I've been doing this for more than 3 years now. I take a lot of it for granted. So it was important to these new guys come in and they show you a gap. They show you something you didn't realize you didn't have covered, and so yeah, so now there's a little reference document, a little syllabus that we can hand out to new guys who come in. And so who are we? Who's who?
So before we get into super chats, because I know we're wrapping up here, even with the delay, I wanted to ask, with the vote that, because I've not, I'm freshly inducted, no membership votes for me yet, but has there ever been somebody who has been rejected?
Oh yeah. Mostly, and I can. One of my problems on the stream is I want to shout out like almost every member of my chapter, like by name, address, social security number, to say like, oh, and this guy's awesome because of this. One of my guys who's in charge of vetting and onboarding is a perfect foil for me, where I really I love this project. It's something I find very meaningful and I think can be really fun. So I'm very happy to get along with a new prospect. I'm happy to make a new friend, and this guy can be sitting next to me in like Aragorn in the tavern, like looking at this guy like, I don't know if he's new Ivy League material. But between the two of us, we've interviewed people and said, not this guy. We've had a couple I've spoken in other venues about what happens when you interview someone. You say, this guy's cool, let's bring him into the chat, and then he shows himself not to be ready, not to be there, to such a degree that you have to ask him to step away. And that can be difficult. I learned a lot of lessons in especially from the ways that I've failed to address that stuff when I should have, and let it go on for quite a while. So short version, yes, we have rejected people.
Well, it's better to be choosy in this sort of thing anyway. But Haster, you're absolutely right. We are here for the super chats now. Bolero 393 for $5 says, everyone loves the new Ivy League, but don't drink bizarre Chinese sorghum liquor. Stick to your local brewers and distillers. So there's definitely a story behind that one. Haster, please share your love of this Chinese swill.
It's a highly refined, deeply traditional, ancient beverage that a friend of mine, how much of the story do I want to tell?
It's called opium.
No.
That's British.
Very, very true. No, if you ever see me at one of these events, come up to me once the bottles are open, and I will have something very special for you to try. You don't have to like it, but you have to try it.
So,
this is where the term Shanghaiing came from, by the way.
Yes, you Shanghaied into sorghum. How do you pronounce that?
Sorghum.
All right.
The spirit is called Baiju, which means white spirit.
So
it tastes like nothing else.
Have you ever met anybody else who likes it as much as you do that wasn't Chinese?
I have never met anyone who likes it as much as me, but to my great surprise, at the most recent national event, people were approaching me and saying, "Did you bring it this year? Can I have some?" And I said,
"That's great." I mean, I did have some this year, but it was quite against my will.
I didn't have to twist your arm. You must have seen. I brought an oversized bottle of this stuff, and it was gone by Saturday night. So it's special, and we didn't mention. So yes, I like my exotic, weird, experiential stuff. But the whiskey we drink on top of the mountain to induct new guys is from New Hampshire. It is named after a different mountain in New Hampshire, and it is a local staple. And just because I love something from far away doesn't mean I don't love my home even more.
Oh, that's a beautiful sentiment. Bolero 393.
Excuse being a weeb.
Bolero 393 comes back with another $5. Does the new Ivy League haze prospects by making them explain the meaning of Nathaniel Hawthorne's work? He and Franklin Pierce were friends.
So we were at the National, and Sam Batch turns to me, and in his particular drawl, asks me a question which I translate to, have any of you actually attended an Ivy League university? I said, no.
Based.
Which he thought was very funny. But the point of that is to say, right, like I read Scarlet Letter in high school, right? But I would not consider myself an expert. So when Bolero put this in the chat, I said, no, but we do make them contrast H.P. Lovecraft and August Derleth, and anyone who comes to the defense of August Derleth gets my thumbs down.
Now, I did have to do mandatory penis inspection day, but I'm pretty
have to
sure
tell
I
them
was the
about
only
that.
one.
Well, I mean, you obviously passed, so congratulations.
Yes, it was there.
Oh, found it. All right.
All right, guys. With the super chats out of the way, there's only one last thing to do. If you were to give your brothers or any of the tourists, the ladies should stop listening at this point, any piece of advice, what would it be?
Beyond join the Old Glory Club and attend our event. And I do want to shout out, we're quite a ways away from quite a lot of you. New England is in our little corner. So there is an event in Texas and there is an event in Wisconsin that I really, if I can attend both, I will. If not, you should. Getting to see these people in person really changes the game. And anything, we've said it a number of times, but all of the petty internet drama, all these things you think are in the way are not, as soon as you get in person. So really, I don't think I have better advice than that. Go touch grass.
And with that vein, don't suffer in silence. Ask for help, and your brothers will be there for you. I am
Absolutely.
living proof of that.
Based. Well, thank you, Son of Hastur. Thank you, T.R. Hudson, for joining us on this episode of the Chapter House. Mr. Producer, if you could throw up that poster to send us out on. Be sure, brothers, to reach out to your chain of command, who will get you in touch with, who will get you a link for the tickets if you are interested in joining. You should be interested in joining the event September 19th. So please do make the effort to get on out there. It's, New England is an absolutely beautiful area of the country, and especially at this time of year, it really shines. So
New England in September, you can't beat it.
You might even hear me give somebody else a speech.
Absolutely beautiful. So for that, be sure to join us tomorrow for Best in Slop Radio, Pony Express, all the nonsense going on that you just want to hear people gripe about. It's a slop-fotainment, if you will, and American Spirits every Monday, where the real thinking gets done.
If you are not listening to American Spirits, shame on you.
Amen.
It's one of the best.
Join us next week, where we get to look in on the Magnolia League of Alabama. And for that, I'm not